Tyler Gentry with L2 Realty, and we are here with David Gaston today at Gaston's Outfitting. David, what do you do here?
Yeah, so what I do and offer as a business is I do blinds, feeders, and food plots. And as you can see behind me, we sell redneck and Banks blinds, and we also sell Texas Wildlife Supply feeders.
So as far as like brands and sizes and what these products are, what give us some details. Like why do you like these brands, and what do you feel that they offer to hunters and recreational lovers?
So a lot of people are familiar with redneck blinds as a brand and Banks, so we carry those two primarily. Texas Wildlife Supply feeders are lifetime feeders, that'll last you forever.
Yeah, so these blinds are going to keep you nice and warm, especially in the winter time, and dry too if it's raining. Great for those kids if you want to bring them outside.
And you can also install an insulation kit in either blind. It really helps with sound dampening, like if you're trying to bow hunt or anything like that. Actually helps keep the blind warm.
Well, David, I can see you got a lot of feeders, so let's go take a look at these and see what kind of options you offer.
All right, sounds good. So these are the 600-pound broadcast feeders offered by Texas Wildlife Supply. This is probably our best seller in the broadcast platform. And then we have the 2,000-pound protein feeders. Both are 14-gauge steel, painted, everything. Turnkey, ready to go. You don't really have to do anything else besides just set them out in the field and put feed in them.
So I can see there's two differences here. Obviously, you got the broadcast and the gravity. You want to explain what that means?
Yeah, so broadcast feeder, basically we'll have a varmint guard on the bottom or something similar to this. Some feeders will have a cage on them. The spin plate is inside this varmint guard. Solar panel is on top over here. And then the control box is here as well. It has your timer, everything else that he's protected from the elements. So that's your broadcast feeder there. And then your protein feeder is pretty self-explanatory. It's a gravity flow. You just put the feed in the top and it comes down here into your chutes. And then once the feeder is empty, you just refill it.
So really it's kind of a one-stop shop. You can buy it and then you'll put it on your truck. You can haul it out. How far will you travel when you're taking this stuff out to people's properties?
So yeah, I'll go anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half from this location to go install any of this product that you see here.
Yeah, so you're covering, the eastern half of Kansas down into Oklahoma, a pretty big radius.
Yes, yes.
There's one other important step I think that we're missing here, and that's where to actually put them on your property. I know you offer that service, and I think that's maybe one of the most important parts of what your business offers, is being able to isolate those locations where you think feeder and a blind needs to go.
Yes.
So I think you've got some stuff set up around here if we want to go take a look at those setups.
Yep, yeah, we can just run right back here. Access is really important for blinds, so there's a couple set up back on this property that we have right here, and let's go take a look.
All right, David, I noticed we're in a food plot here. We've got a nice redneck blind and a feeder behind us. What do you like about this spot, and why is it set up the way it is?
So it's really important to not set up your blinds or feeders too close to the bedding area. So back over here is primary bedding. There's some bedding over here. And then access is going to be towards the road this way. I got a mode access point all the way to this blind. When the deer are coming from the bedding area, they're going to transition through this food plot to the feeder, and they're going to cross the road and go out to the big ag fields.
Obviously, there's a lot of strategy involved in how you set everything up. You need to know where those deer are coming from, how you're going to kind of direct them, especially this is set up for bow hunting. We're shooting 15 to 40 yards. We're not shooting with rifles up to 200-300 yards, so we got to have those critters close to us. But strategy is really important, and knowing how those deer are going to come through and where they're going to end up. And so that's another component of it, is knowing how to actually get in and out of here without disturbing those deer. So because you have that knowledge, I think that's a really valuable component to being able to not only buy your blinds and feeders and get them delivered, but he can set them up and he understands the importance of access and how the deer are moving. So David, behind us, this is a super cool setup. Explain to me what this is for.
Yeah, so this is actually supposed to be used for filling seed boxes for farmers and fields, but it's actually used for my business for filling protein feeders and broadcast feeders. It's got two different hoppers inside. It's got a 10,000 pound capacity, so you can put 5,000 pounds of protein on one side and 5,000 pounds of corn on the other. Depending on what the customer wants, you can 50-50 blend it or 25-75 blend it, whatever the customer needs. And it's just a really handy unit. This is a feeder filling service that we do offer.
That's pretty cool. So instead of throwing some 50-pound bags up there or buckets, yeah, you can literally pull right in, auger that feed way faster, less labor intensive. I think that's a great service to offer to people.
Absolutely. If you have a 2,000 or 3,000 pound feeder that needs filled, just give me a call.
So you've got great products, amazing service, but one of the best parts about this business is that it's family owned and operated.
Yes, yes. So this is my wife, Elizabeth, and this is my children here.
When you support this business, you support this family.
Need a blind, call my dad.